Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc, I gotta find Doc. I know, I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Springsteen. Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Oh, hello, Mr. Montana. Oh, hello, Mr. Callahan. Oh, hello, Mr. Fairchild. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say. I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, we mustn't jump to any conclusions, not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
What's the scoop? You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job. Ah, yes, the Italians do so many good works.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh, which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh, who?
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The orphanage.
My, how those little ragamuffins can eat.
The farm for unwanted children.
Perhaps their parents don't want them because they eat too much.
The rest home.
Those dear old-timers. Soup is one of the few pleasures they have left.
The insane asylum.
Those inmates are crazy for soup. That's right. They'll soon be gathering at the Brown estate, and we haven't provided refreshments.
The Stay Sober Society. The Telltale Monastery.
Bless you for thinking of them. But that meeting isn't scheduled to start for a little while, and we wouldn't want them eating cold soup. Yes, we do generally provide refreshments for the Stay Sober Society, but I'm afraid they may not be able to meet tonight. They haven't got a meeting space.
Never mind, I'm wrong. The pool hall isn't a charity.
Certainly not.
No, I was just asking to make sure. Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy. Anyway, they'll have to buy this next story. It's too big to ignore.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet. Oh? Where?
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet. You can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
You can meet over there in the jailhouse. I think they have an empty cell.
No, the jailhouse has bad associations for some of the Stay Soberites.
You can meet in the speakeasy, the one that got bombed last Wednesday.
Now, wouldn't that be poetic irony? But I'm not sure the building is structurally safe.
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, good causes like yours. I know an apartment that's empty, but you'd have to break in.
The Stay Sober Society does not countenance breaking and entering. Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please tell your friend Emmett we accept. And the offer couldn't have come at a better moment. It's almost time for the meeting to begin. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up. I can't get over the generosity of your friend Emmett, volunteering his father's house for our meeting.
Huh? Wait there!
I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better, Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone.
Michael Corleone. I got a book.
No, they've already got all the soup they can handle. No, they've already received their quota for the month. No, it's way past their bedtime. No, too much soup makes them nervous.
Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids' goons aren't going to let us do an experiment on their barrels.
Oh, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
What? Ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine? Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety. Right. All right, I think I figured out which barrels have the hooch.
Then what are you waiting for?
He's not just going to give me a barrel.
Of course. Well, you seem to have a way with people, so I'll leave it up to you to trick that lummox into giving up his moonshine.
Excellent, Doc. Emmett, did you see that? The hooch is in place. Now we just need Edna to come pick it up and deliver it.
Good work. Still, I have a bad feeling about this.
Emmett, buddy, relax. Now what could go wrong?
I'll tell you what could go wrong.
Shh, Emmett, geez, you're stressing me out here.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're right. All that matters is that we have the fuel to power the drill now. Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
No, of course not. That would be stupid, right?
I'll say.
Still, I'd like to get that door open. I can't do anything from out here. Emmett, I can't get into the door over there. Those tables are jamming it shut.
The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and take a barrel of alcohol?
Oh, that's interesting.
Just a little mechanical ingenuity. In the end, the door is open.
Yeah, good job. So, how did you know this place was a speakeasy?
I only just found out, thanks to you.
Can we do something about it?
Like what? Make a citizen's arrest?
Why not?
Be my guest. You go first.
Obviously, this kitchen isn't the speakeasy.
Indeed. This must be some sort of front meant to cleverly and legally obfuscate the existence of a hidden establishment of ill repute. Perhaps in the basement.
Right, that might explain the elevator.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Huddle up, Emmett. Emmett.
Yes?
Hey, Arthur, can you come down a minute?
Do I know you? Why?
It's me again. Please come down. Yeah.
Glad to know you, but I can't leave this building till the boss says so. He's given strict orders.
I'm your mother's great-nephew.
You mean my second cousin? Sorry. Some other time.
No. Right. It's a
subscription to the Accountant Weekly. He won't come out if he knows why we're really here. We've got something for you.
I'm not interested. And besides, the boss won't let me leave the room.
We represent the law.
You don't want to go against the law, do you?
No, but I don't want to go against Kid Tannen either. And he ordered me to stay put till he gives the word. Then put it in a postcard and send it. I'm stuck up here till the boss tells me I can leave.
We've got some important information for you, but we can't yell it. It's private. I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv. Well?
E. Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya? Nothing I couldn't have deduced for myself, slacker.
Yes, what's old man what else has your brother been saying about me? Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes? Miss Strickland? Excuse me, Miss Strickland. Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Oh, that shoe! Huh. My, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
A speakeasy. In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Can you tell me, do you remember exactly when the speakeasy burned down?
Why, of course I do. I'm not senile, you know. It was the day I lost my shoe.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that?
Tiff Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out! Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Why do you need all these newspapers? Isn't that the library's job?
Libraries. Have you seen the smut they keep in their magazine racks?
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down. Shoe?
That shoe over there, but...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
Miss Strickland? Hey, Dad.
Oh, not much. Just this first edition Martian Chronicles.
Find anything interesting?
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Well, you know him better than I do, son, but the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems. What's Biff doing here? He wasn't a friend of Doc's.
It's a public sale, Marty. Everyone's allowed. Even Biff. Biff, if he stole something from you...
No, it's one of Doc's notebooks. Yeah, he found it first, but...
Problem?
He's got this thing, see, and I really need to get it back. Or something.
Oh, well then I'm not sure what to tell you. I guess you'll just have to appeal to his better angels or something. No luck with Biff? Well, don't give up. Sure, he can act stubborn sometimes, but underneath it all, he's just a big pushover.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
I guess, but I feel like it was telling me something. Oh, just weird stuff about Doc.
Well, that's understandable, don't you think? What did you dream? Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
Yeah, that notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere? Graduation coming up, am I right? But I think I know what this is really about.
It's just, I'm afraid some really bad stuff's gonna go down if I don't get Doc's notebook back from Biff.
Funny, I've never known you to worry about the future so much.
Well,
There's nothing to worry about. Life after high school is gonna be swell. You'll see.
about Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. But you know where to find me.
So can I.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
I've had a few run-ins with Biff too, Dad. Believe me, I can handle him.
I guess you can.
Who's running this sale anyway?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Oh, that'd be me, son. Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You? Why? I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad. Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
He's not.
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it, but I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
What are you doing here?
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around. I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
Never mind. Never mind. I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances. If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right? I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
I'll pay you for it.
How much?
You
Not enough.
know, you and my folks go way back.
Yeah, so?
So how about letting me have that model courthouse for old time's sake?
No, I think I'll keep it.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, but really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it. Yeah, I guess you're right. But I picked it up first.
Come on, I saw it first. Look over there. Excuse me.
You talking to me?
Ahem.
What is it, kid?
So this place used to be a soup kitchen.
What do you mean used to be? Despite recent changes in ownership, this joint is still available for the purposes of distributing food to the needy and the not-so-well-to-do, and no other purposes whatsoever.
Right. What's a tough guy like Kid Tannen doing running a soup kitchen?
Mr. Tannen purchased the soup kitchen from the Sisters of Mercy in an effort to repair his reputation as a respectable community figure after his fine name was besmirched by the malignant and malicious the actions of the misguided vandals that done burned down his place of business.
His speakeasy.
I cannot confirm nor deny any claims of so-called illegal bootlegging at the